Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today, we're going to return to the Graystones with yet another great classic rock cover that we know all too well. The song is Without You, originally sung and written by Badfinger. After that, Harry Nilsson covered it. After that, Mariah Carey covered it. Harry Nilsson made it a standard for pop, essentially. And then Mariah Carey very closely aligned her version with Harry Nilsson's version. So I was actually pretty pleased to hear Mariah do it when she did. As a matter of fact, you wouldn't believe it, but I do have some Mariah Carey in my collection, and that includes this, which I think is, Music Box from 1995, I think? No, 93. It's on here, her version of Without You. It was on Harry's Nilsson Schmilsson album, the opener to side 2. Mm-hmm. And this is the album that we grew up with. Mom had it in her collection, and she played it all the time, at one point. And so, I got to know the side 1 of this album cold, because I heard it every week. Mom would play it every single week. And the other side was pretty good, too. Besides Without You, it also had the big hit Coconut. You put the lime in the coconut, you drink it all up. And other great songs on that side, too. It's a really excellent record. So if you didn't know, now you do. I like to talk up Harry Nilsson. He's also behind me. That's Aerial Ballet, his second album, which is another kind of a masterpiece. So Harry heard the song from Badfinger because Badfinger signed with Apple Records, the Beatles label. And Harry was close friends with the Beatles. If you listen to his very first album, there's a ton of Beatles covers on it, and that he did really well. And it became a big favorite with the Beatles when they heard it. They'd give copies away to friends. Hey, check out Harry's album. In fact, Sean Lennon at one press conference was asked, "Who's your favorite band today?" And he said, "Nilsson." And nobody knew who he was talking about. It was like 1968 and, long before any of this. Anyway, that's just the background of the song. The Graystones include Evan Riley on the vocals. She is temporary, but she is hanging out for a while. So we like that. And of course, it also includes Jake from the UK, the guitar player. I have interviewed both of them in recent weeks. I will leave the links to those interviews in the cards in case you haven't seen them. But I'm very much looking forward to this one. We have the rest of the band here in Grayson on the drums, Gray on the bass, Horin on the keys, which is going to be piano and strings. We've also got Philip and Evan on sax and trombone, respectively. Adrian, do you have anything you want to say ahead before we get started?
Oh, I just remember the Nilsson Schmilsson album. I had some favorites from that. Without You, I remember Without You. I also liked the Jump Into the Fire and the Coconut song, of course.
Yeah. We've actually reacted to Jump Into the Fire. There was a little film clip. So if you look in our archives, you can find that too. So let's go ahead and listen to the Graystones do this one.
All righty.
No, I can't forget this evening, nor your face as you were leaving. But I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. Now it's only fair that I should let you know. Well, I can't forget this evening, nor your face as you were leaving. But I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. Can't live living without you. I can't live, can't give anymore. Can't live living without you. I can't give That was like a 9 out of 10. That was 9 out of 10. 11D? Did you say?
Wow. Okay. There were a lot of things about that performance that I just loved. But Adrian, why don't you start?
I noticed there wasn't a guitar solo in the one that I always heard, the Nilsson Schmilsson one. So
Yeah.
Jake added one. It sounds
Yeah,
like. So
well-
he gets to do that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure the Mariah version doesn't have a guitar solo either. So, yeah, Jake, if that was off the cuff or if you wrote that for this arrangement, excellent work. Really nice, emotive. Yeah, you dug in deep. That was wonderful. That was beautiful. Kudos there. And then Evan, of course, just destroyed it, just knocked it out of the park. I loved it. I loved what she did with that. Evan, great job on that one. It sounds like you guys went with the Mariah version, which is basically the Nilsson version. There aren't a lot of differences. There are some, but it doesn't really matter. You did a spectacular job on it. I really loved where you went, could follow the voice up and down and through the emotions in the song. I noticed Summer wasn't there. I know sometimes we see her around the mic for the backing vocals, but in this case, it looks like it was all Evan. I'm not sure why Summer wasn't there. Maybe there just wasn't enough guitar work for this song. That's possible. Because even Harry's version is basically with an orchestra. I mean, a little basic rock band and an orchestra, but no guitar in either case. So
Yeah, I think guitar solo was great. Evan's vocals are dynamite. They're just solid and excellent in this one. Like you said, she knocked it out of the park is the way you put it. And that's
just great. Yeah, and that's a song we've known for over 50 years. All right, so I mean, in that arrangement, because Harry's came out in 1971 or something, and it was a new record still when Mom was playing it, basically. Let me also shout out the other players in the band. First of all, the rhythm section of Grayson on the drums, so solid on those. I know it seems like, just playing a simple thing or whatever, it's slow, shouldn't be. It's tricky to do that right and to do it justice. It really is. And it takes a lot of discipline. And I'm hearing a lot of discipline in Grayson's playing. So great job, Grayson, on that. Ray, bass right there all the way. Never too much, never too little. Just enough deliberation on each note, digging in the right amount. Harin on the keys. I'm sorry, Adrian, did you want to say something?
Oh, yeah. Just Gray played this one well. It's just decent bass playing the whole way through, and that takes talent.
Yeah, it sounds easy. It's not easy to do it right, and to make it sound good, and you can listen to it 100 times and it won't fatigue your ears. I mean, that takes work, and they put the work in. Harin on keyboards, doing piano and strings. I'm not sure if you can do both of them at the same time in some instances. That was one trick I used to use back in the day when I had two synthesizers. Is I would just MIDI them together. And then playing on one keyboard, I was also triggering the other keyboard. Now, I would just change the volume, for the other keyboard and pick a patch that would work for that, so that it wouldn't be overbearing. So I was very deliberate in that way. And then I would go back, and I would overdub other things perhaps. But that went a long way. If you do that right, you might find there's almost no need for other overdubs. Whatever you were doing, hit my ears right. I mean, the piano and the strings are very important in this song, both versions.
Yeah.
Nilsson.
Yeah, Aaron does double duty on piano and strings.
Yeah, really well done. And those horns being in there, Philip and Evan, it's great to hear the arrangement with the horns in there. I'm not sure if there were horns on Mariah's. I can tell you right here, there were definitely horns on this one and strings. As a matter of fact, Paul Buckmaster arranged them. He was the guy arranging the Elton John records at the time. And that would have been the early Elton John records, like Elton John with the black, and
I think I can hear a similarity.
And Tumbleweed Connection, and Madman Across the Water. Whoever's doing the arranging on these songs, if it's you guys, you're doing a great job. You really are. It's coming through. The work is paying off. That was something I could listen to a whole bunch of times in a row and not get sick of. And this is one of those songs I'm really glad to hear someone playing today as well. But certainly it was an excellent choice. And so, great job, guys. Adrian, do you have anything else you want to add before we close out?
Just overall, a very convincing performance of this song. Other than the guitar solo, that was a great extra.
That was really a great extra. It really was. Yeah, I was glad to hear that. See, this is the arrangement for this band. It's perfect for them. It was custom made. That's what happened. So well done, guys. Anyway.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, keep it up for sure. All right, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this? If you were familiar with the Nilsson version, if you're familiar with Harry Nilsson or Badfinger, or if you were listening to the Mariah version back when that was a hit, let us know your experience with the song as well as what you thought about this. We'd love to hear your thoughts, okay? And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed the presentation, please subscribe. All right, thanks so much for joining us today. We will catch you on the next one. Take care, folks.
See you all later.